In this tutorial, we will flip our character which direction player is moving. Okay, we will flip to that direction. If you haven't watched the first part, second part, I have link in the description. Okay, as well as you can go and check out the playlist of it. Okay, like moving your character and animating the character, like jumping, running, all of the things. Okay, so without furthering delay, let's dive into this tutorial. Okay, so let's get into this. So if I hit this play button in the top, okay, and if we moving to the left direction, we also should face to that direction. But in this situation, we not looking to that direction. Okay, we need to flip our character to that direction. So as you can see, if I am moving to the left direction, we not flipping our character. Okay, so we need to flip. So how we can do that? If I select the player game object, then move to transform component in the inspector, then rotation, and if I set this y to -180, as you can see, it's get flipped to the left direction. Okay, so basically we need to set this y rotation to -180 of this player. Firstly need move over to transform, then pull rotation, and then we can set it, or Euler angles you can call it. Okay, so let's do that. So let's open up our script by double clicking on it, and one thing we will create one parameter. Okay, that will be bool parameter, and that can be true or false. Okay, and we will call it something like facing right, and by default we're going to set it to true. As you can see, we're looking to the right direction. Okay, so that's why I'm gonna set that facing right parameter to true by default. Okay, so when we're looking to the left direction, when we flip our character, I'm gonna set that facing right parameter to false. So let's do that. It will keep track of the player, the character, which direction is looking. Okay, so let's do that. So let's move to script and let's create a public. It doesn't need to public, you can make it private instead. Okay, that will be bool parameter, we know, and let's call it something like facing underscore right. Okay, facing underscore right, and by default I'm going to give it to true value, because why? We're looking to the right direction, so that's why. Okay, and after doing this, so let's move over to our update function, and over here in the bottom we will check. Okay, we will check if movement. Okay, so if movement, as you can see, movement we set input dot get axis horizontal. Basically, if we holding down on our keyboard a key, we moving to the left direction. So in that situation, we need to flip our character. Okay, so movement, we know if we hold down a key, it will go to the left direction, so this movement will be -1. Okay, so we will check if this movement is lesser than 0f. We know if this movement is -1, means the character just running towards to the left direction. Okay, so basically we need to flip okay, our character. At the same time, we will check if we looking to the right direction. Okay, if we looking to the right direction, as you can see, and if we moving to the left, looking to the right direction and moving to the left direction. Okay, so in that situation we need to flip this character to -180 in y. Okay, and after it we need to set the facing right to false, because if we flip this character, we no longer gonna able to look to the right direction, so that's why. Okay, so as a second parameter, we also check one more condition. So we have to type this and we have to type this if facing right is equals to true. Okay, make this curly bracket. So if the movement is lesser than 0f, basically -1, so character just moving to the left direction. At the same time, we looking to the right direction, so what we need, firstly we need to flip our character. Okay, so what we will do, we will go to that transform as you seen, and then we will go to Euler angles, and we will set equal to new vector 3. Okay, and vector 3 has x axis, y axis, and the z axis. Okay, and we know if we want to flip our character, we need to deal with this y axis. Okay, so we will do -180 in the y f. Okay, and for the 0 we will leave it x in the 0, as well as for the z axis. Okay, so we totally flip the character now, and after that we want to set that facing right parameter to false, because if we flip the character in that situation, we no longer gonna be able to look to the right direction. Okay, so that's why. So after doing this thing, I'm gonna set this facing right parameter to false. Okay, and close that off with semicolon. So Control S to save your code, and let's move to Unity. So if movement is lesser than 0f, basically we running towards to the left direction, and then we said checking same time we looking to the right direction. So firstly we flipping our character, and then we setting that facing right parameter to false, because in that situation we no longer looking to the right direction. Okay, I hope you get the idea. So let's see the result, what's really gonna happen. Okay, would expect to see, this will flip to the left direction. Now if I hit this play button, as you can see, facing right by default is true, basically checked, we given true because we looking to the right direction, as you can see right over here. Now if I hold down a key, the character will move to the left direction. So we just flipping, making this y going over to this transform, then Euler angles, or you can call rotation, something like that. Okay, we setting this to -180. Okay, so now if I hold down a key, as you can see, the character gets flipped and it's looking to the left direction now. But the problem is, if I hold down D key now, we're not looking to the right direction anymore. So basically we need to set this 180 to 0 one more time. So if we set this to 0, as you can see, we're looking to the right direction once again. And after doing this, we also need to set this facing right parameter to false, because as you can see, we now looking to the right direction. Okay, so we created this facing right parameter because of to keep track of which direction we looking. Okay, so I hope you get the idea. So let's do, let's open up our script one more time, and over here we will check else if, we will do in else if condition. We will check firstly if movement, okay, if movement is greater than 0, basically if I holding down D key on my keyboard, this movement will be 1, basically we moving to the right direction. Okay, in that situation we moving to the right direction. So in that situation we need to set this -180 to 0. So we will look toward to the right facing right direction one more time. Okay, so and we also have to check, okay, one more condition, and then we have to check if we moving to the right direction. Okay, so after flipping this character, this will flip to the left direction like this, -180. Okay, -180, and we setting this parameter to false. So we checking firstly if in this situation, if we moving to the right direction like this, okay, like this, so basically the movement will be greater than 1, basically we moving to the right direction. Okay, and as you can see, we looking to the left direction. Okay, so basically facing right is not true, so we also need to set this one back to true, and we need to set this to 0 first, and then we need to set this facing right parameter to true one more time, because in this situation we looking to the right direction. Okay, so let's do that. So the second condition, we will check if facing right is false, basically equals to false, and makes this curly brackets. Okay, basically we looking to the left direction. Okay, once we flip our character to the left direction, we will look towards to the left direction, as you seen. Okay, so we checking over here, if we moving to the right direction, basically means movement is greater than 0, basically means we moving to the right direction, and we not looking to the right direction. Okay, so not looking to the right direction, so what we need to so let's copy this line of code by Control C, and let's paste it down by Control V, and let's do it transform. So firstly what we will do, we will set this one back to 0f, so it will look to the right direction one more time. Okay, and after doing that, we will look towards to the right direction, so we need to set this facing parameter facing right parameter one more time to true. Okay, so let's set it to true now. Control S to save your code, and let's move to Unity and see the result. Okay, hit this play button in the top, and if we look to the right direction one more time. Okay, basically after flipping the character to the left side, and then if we hold down D key on my keyboard, we will look toward to the right direction one more time, because we're running toward to that right direction. Okay, so I hope you get the idea. So just I'm gonna clear the console a little. Now if I hit this play button, and let's see the result, what's really happening. Okay, so just wait for to compile, and And if we move to the left direction, we looking to that direction, and then we setting this facing right parameter to false. As you can see, firstly we doing minus 180 or 180, and then we setting to it false. Now if I move to the right direction, hold down D key, as you can see we setting this one back to 0. So that's why we looking to the right direction one more time, and then we setting this facing right parameter one more time to true. In this situation we looking to the right direction. So that is the reason of doing this, making this parameter to true one more time. So I hope you get the idea how you can flip any game object you want according to your needs. Okay, you just have to play around with rotation, okay, and you learn angles of character or any game object. Okay, and lastly, thanks for watching this video. Goodbye.